Greetings kind gentle viewer and welcome along to another installment of Mikie Reviews. This time around I'll be taking a look at the J.J. ABRAMS Star Trek sequel, Star Trek Into Darkness. But before I give my thoughts, comments and opinions on that movie, I thought I'd let you know what I thought of the reboot. I was a big fan of the Star Trek reboot when it came out in 2009. I thought it was really smart of the writers to have the crew of the Enterprise getting sucked into a wormhole and ending up in a parallel dimension, as it kept the canon of the original intact and allowed people who knew nothing of the original TV show to enjoy this movie. The villain played by Eric Bana was bland, but the movie was still fun as hell. It was an extremely entertaining sci-fi action flick, so I couldn't wait to see a sequel. So story-wise, what happens in Star Trek Into Darkness? When the crew of the Enterprise is called back home, they find an unstoppable force of terror from within their own organisation has detonated the fleet and everything it stands for, leaving our world in a state of crisis. The personal score to settle, Captain Kirk leads a manhunt to a war-zone world to capture a one-man weapon of mass destruction. As our heroes are propelled into an epic chess game of life and death, love will be challenged, friendships will be torn apart, and sacrifices must be made for the only family Kirk has left, his crew. And what did I think of Star Trek Into Darkness? I could end this review right there because that sums up everything I thought about this movie, but I thought I'd expand a little. The opening action sequence culminates with Spock being saved by Kirk from a volcano, and the action only gets bigger and better from there. Which is awesome to say the least, that this movie manages somehow to keep the relentless pace of the action going for the whole running time. I am pretty sure that if the movie didn't keep the rapid pace up, it would allow you to think of the story and you'd be able to find plot holes the size of the Grand Canyon in this thing. Even if that is the case, I don't give a shit. This movie is meant to be an over-the-top action flick, and it more than delivers in that regard. And like the previous Abrams movie, the cast have brilliant chemistry together. You really believe that all the crew members care for one another. And as for the villain... Sorry, couldn't resist. Anyway, I love this villain. He is smart, he is cold, he is calculated, and will stop at nothing to succeed. Every time that Khan is on the screen, you pay attention to every single word he says. And of course, the effects are stunning. The movie cost over $100 million, and you can see every single penny of it on the screen. I saw this in 2D, and I would want to see it again in 3D because this is one of those rare cases where I believe that it would actually add to the experience. And after seeing this, I cannot wait to see what J.J. Abrams does with the Star Wars universe. Anyway, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say about Star Trek Into Darkness, so all that's left for me to do now is to give this a score. That I've scored this son of a bitch, until the next time I feel like sharing my quarter-baked opinions on a movie, I'm going to...
Shut the fuck up!
Star trekking across the universe. On the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. Star trekking across